Welcome to Love, Lies, and Lacefronts, where we do reactions, commentary, reviews on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, welcome back. Today, we are going through Jasmine's apology video. I had a chance to watch it briefly yesterday during my live, and I just wasn't in the headspace to really do any commentary on it other than just kind of initial reaction, which was I wasn't really feeling like watching it. If you caught my live yesterday. So after I took a break, I had a chance. I sat down, watched it from start to finish, and my overall sentiment pretty much is the same. Next up, you're going to see my full reaction to her video. Look, I'm just going to give you a sneak peek. It's a mess, okay? We'll talk at the end of the video. Hey guys, thanks for clicking on my video. You can see by the title, we are going to go ahead and react to My Jazzy Life. I apologize. Guys, you may or may not know watching this video, My Jazzy Life, Jasmine is a mommy, and I do some reaction videos to her channel. It's a channel I've been following for a few years now. Jasmine has 4 children, and recently Jasmine has had a lot of criticism regarding her parenting, regarding just her overall demeanor. Jasmine oftentimes is angry, frustrated, overwhelmed, overly lethargic. She comes on live and just not a lot of energy and enthusiasm. So she does face quite a bit of criticism. Well, recently there have been a series of videos that have really brought to light a lot of the qualities that I'm talking about, but all jam-packed in like 1, 2, 3 videos. So where you may see this behavior a couple times a week, maybe show up in a live, and then she'll do a succession of videos where things look really good and rosy. These videos have dropped and were jam-packed from start to end with a lot of the negativity that a lot of people see. So there's been some backlash. Okay, so because of this backlash, now we just got a video this afternoon called I Apologize, where I believe she's going to go in depth on what's happened, why, maybe next steps. I don't know. I watched about 5 minutes of it in my live, and I just said, you know what, I'm just going to watch this on my own. I want to be able to really watch the video and give my honest reaction to her, I guess, trying to do some damage control and save face on a channel that she's worked very hard on, that she says is her main source of income. So all of that being said, let's go. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump into this video. As you know, if you are new here, welcome. If you've been subscribed here, don't forget to comment and hit the like button. If you are new here, consider subscribing, and comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment as you go if you like, and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, so that if you enjoy commentary like this or content like this, you can be notified as soon as I drop a video. So here we go.
I don't even know where to start this video because this is a really, really hard video for me to film. I have been in a really depressing place the past couple of days. As you guys know, there's videos going around YouTube of me, and they are clips of my life, not my full life. They're like clips taken out of a few videos, and it's giving it about 15 minutes each. And I can't come on here and say I did not say certain things, you guys. So, with that said, I decided to come on here and apologize to everyone that had to see me at my worst points. Given that you are a new subscriber, you probably
Okay, so she kind of jumped right in without prefacing. Basically, as I'd stated, these are compilation videos. They were taken over multiple years. I mean, Jasmine's been on YouTube for a long time. So the last video I saw, which was video number 3, seemed to be more recent video. Excuse me, more recent videos. Now, 1 and 2 seem to span over quite a bit of time. When she'd been on YouTube, and I'm just going to make that judgment based on the age of her children, because some of the videos, her eldest, who is 7 years old, was literally a baby. So these are videos that are from like the very start of her channel. But I'm sure it's overwhelming, and to kind of go in order, probably, you know, she's probably just assuming that people are going to know what she's talking about. So that's when she goes into, if you're new here, you're probably confused. So okay, let me get this started back up again.
Are confused. You're like, oh my God, she looks like she hates her life. Those were my worst, my weakest points in my life as a single.
Can I just say, wow, Jasmine, good job making your bed. I see the cover, and nice, that's just, I'm just noticing, like, wow, okay, her bed is made, and that's cool.
Mom, as a mom of one, of two, of four. And let's just be honest, back then I didn't know too much about editing, and I was honestly too transparent with everyone. I showed too much. But the reason for me showing so much, because I personally love to watch YouTube. I love to watch people that I can relate to. And I showed y'all a lot of my life. My choice of words wasn't acceptable. I said a few things like, I'm gonna whoop your ass, I'm gonna beat your ass out of frustration.
Yeah, disciplining your kids on YouTube, in your vlogs, is probably never a good idea. Um, Discipline with your children always really should be private. And as far as your editing skills, yeah, you could have edited out times when you disciplined your kids, times when you maybe were angry and you were having like a mom moment that could have or should have stayed private. So of course, yes, those were opportunities. Um, but all of that being said, at the end of the day, and I'm far be it for me to tell you how to manage your channel, but at the end of the day, these are videos that are still up that you could private, make available for members, things like that. You have quite a large catalog of videos. But then again, I mean, why censor your content? But just understand that, as your audience cycles over, or you get a larger and larger audience, yeah, all of this content is still there for people to look at. So if this is coming up today, it'll come up in the future, because you're going to always have a new audience, and people will find this as if this is new. Also, based on how you decide to move forward from here, are you going to continue to be angry mommy, or are you going to kind of be a little bit more in control and maybe show a different side, rather than frustrated mom on more of a regular basis? So yeah, let's keep going.
Out of depression, out of just struggling in general. Little that people know that my kids, those words don't mean anything to them, because as I've stated before, you guys, in the past videos, in the past lives, I do not whoop my kids. I hit them where it hurts. I take away their electronics. I know you're probably like, Jasmine, why aren't you sad? I had a whole day, all yesterday. I was sad. I was depressed. I was crying. I allowed a lot of y'all to come on here and break me. Y'all broke me yesterday. I fell apart. And that's me I'm being honest and transparent with that. I fell apart. I got told, kill yourself. I hate you, you stupid bee. I don't fucking like you. You're a horrible mom. Your kids is.
I hope that you reported those comments. I mean, gosh, I think the reaction community gets a lot of flack, period, from people. Of course, people don't like to have their content sliced and diced and reviewed and reacted to. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to say it. Like, if you're watching this and you're a subscriber of Jasmine and you have put these brutal comments out there, yeah, they're brutal. Um, I try to always be fair with Jasmine. I mean, yes, sometimes we do, have a good laugh here and there. And sometimes it's like, oh, yeah, Jasmine, yeah, you made your bed. That's nice. But you know what? If you're going to film in your bedroom, then you need to be ready for people to maybe have a comment. If she has her bed made all the time or doesn't have her bed made, I mean, it is what it is. But there will be people who are going to say, if you have a pot or pan that they think is kind of like, well, if you're going to make cooking videos, why wouldn't you do this, that, or the third? So being on social media, you are opening up yourself to criticism and critique. And that's just, I don't want to say that's just the way it is, but that is kind of just the way it is. So it's unfortunate that you got such harsh critique and feedback from your community. But yeah, that's your community, Jasmine. That's your community. People are not happy with you because they are watching you because you are a mommy channel. And I think people are really thrown and taken aback by the way that you are managing your mom life, basically.
Deserve better than you. You lock your kid, your twins in the room. Man, a lot of that stuff hurt me, seeing these comments and seeing the videos. To be honest, you guys, I only watched one video because it broke me to watch that video because they grabbed my weakest and most vulnerable points in my life.
Or was it just hard to see yourself in action? Like, when do you ever sit back and watch your videos? Why would it break you so hard if it wasn't the truth staring you back in your face that, yeah, there is a problem here? Jasmine, on many occasions, many videos, Jasmine will be pretending like she's waking up. Maybe she's already been up, but she's, for the camera, pretending that she's just waking up. And she goes to her youngest kid's room, who are not yet 3, and she opens the bedroom door, and these kids are basically locked in, not locked, but they are in a bedroom, and these are toddlers who clearly know that they need to stay in their room until they're let out of their room. So there are a lot of people in her community are very vocal about commenting on this particular practice, and it triggers people, just to be honest. They are concerned that these children are being left unattended in a room where they have destroyed beds, they have destroyed mirrored closet doors, where you have toddlers for a long period of time who are unattended and with a door closed, not really knowing, what they are getting into, and not being supervised for many, many hours. So it's definitely a concern, and one that I guess now she's, looking at a video, maybe just seeing herself in action.
And I hated to see it because I don't want to see what I used to be, because that's not me. I'm not depressed. I'm still upset about a few things because I feel like people want me to be this perfect YouTuber, this perfect mom.
It's not about being a perfect YouTuber. You are showing your mom life. Yeah, no one's going to be a perfect YouTuber, and nobody's looking at you to be a perfect YouTuber. I don't know where you would even get that from, but what is a perfect YouTuber? And at the end of the day, I think they are wanting you to not be a angry mother. Is to me, the videos depicted a woman who is very angry and someone who is not kind to her children, and children who look, a little sad sometimes. There was a lot of feedback on these videos. So anyway, I'm gonna stop.
But let's be honest, not everyone's perfect. I am so
No one's perfect.
far from perfect, but I am leveling up and I am becoming better and doing better than what I was back then. So, with that said, about the twins has been locked up ever since they've been born, basically. Only moms that have twins or multiples can understand this. As having twins, it's a lot, especially when they're really young and they're crawling and they're toddlers. Having a toddler is just hard in general. I had a playpen, and I put them in their playpen. Their playpen was just to keep them in one spot so I can keep. And, it's crazy because a lot of you guys suggested, Jasmine, try getting a playpen to keep them nearby, so Kaylin doesn't have to watch them, or while you're cooking. I did that. I took what y'all said into consideration, and I bought a playpen, $145 playpen, because I took that in consideration. This video is so hard to film because I'm trying to keep myself together.
She's also gotten some feedback regarding her eldest daughter. I do believe that kids do need to have responsibility. Kids do need to help out around the house. But her eldest daughter seems to put in a lot of work and helps mommy a lot. And I think the overall sentiment or the overall opinion of many is that some of the responsibility is too much for a child that age and too much for a child, period. And that she should not rely so much on her kids to be her helpers. I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with having your kids be helpers, certainly, because that's how they learn how to care for their younger siblings. That's how they also learn responsibility and doing chores and things of that nature. So I don't have a problem with that specifically. However, kid still needs to be a kid, and your kid did not ask to be junior mom, and definitely in a lot of the feedback that she gets, that is some of it, that like she should not be relying on her eldest daughter as much as she does to help out as much as she requires her to do at like 7 and 8 years old. So it's not even like it's a 13-year-old or 12-year-old. This is another child, right?
I'm doing my best. And I'm not on here to ask for sympathy or ask for anyone to feel bad for me, but I am doing my best. I don't lock them up in a room. As for the twins running out of their room, they do that every morning, you guys. Only thing that they have on their door is a child-proof doorknob. And I actually showed CPS the doorknob. I don't put actual locks on the doors. Like, I don't switch out the doorknobs and put the locks. I put doorknobs, not the child-proof doorknobs. CPS have seen it, and I told them it's for safety reasons. As you guys know, the police came in my house. I did not know my front door was unlocked. I didn't know it was unlocked. Didn't know until I seen Aiden go and unlock my front door. I did it for my kids. I put that lock on there. It's not even a lock. It's a child-proof safety doorknob. I did it to protect them. I did it for a safety reason. I didn't do it to just be locked up in my room. I'm rarely in my room locked up. If I'm in my room, because I brought my desk in here, the twins are in here throughout the day. I take them on walks. I do so much for my kids, you guys. And I can be so upset, and I make sure that they're good. I make sure they're good. I do a lot for them. So for them to say that I'm locking them up, it's at this point, let's just be real. Every time y'all see them run out their room, it's in the morning. It's early in the morning. I let them out of their room.
As I'd mentioned,
everyone is up. I get the girls up, and here they come. I'm ready to feed everybody. Sometimes I get up and go in there earlier to take Ava to the potty. Other than that, they're not locked in their room. I also have a baby monitor. I just actually purchased a new baby monitor because my old one just broke. My kids are safe and they're also fed. My God, you guys! And I seen the clips, and my kids do say they're starving, they're hungry. Like I said, one, I'm a human. I was a single mother. I only had two hands. I had to feed the babies. Um, I was feeding them and I was trying to eat at the same time so I can get something in my system, you guys. Kids are kids. They treat you guys, the camera, the live streams, as if I'm talking on the phone to a friend. Whenever you sit down and you're doing something, Mama, I'm hungry. I want this. I want that. My kids always do that, okay? They don't miss a meal. I show you guys so many videos of them eating, what they eat in a day, throughout my vlogs of them eating. They have breakfast, lunch, dinner, two snacks, sometimes three because I throw in one after dinner. That's just a dessert snack. I show you guys so much. I don't starve my kids. So let's get that clear. They eat. They eat all the time. They are kids. Kids tend to say things that they don't mean, or they just want another snack, or they just want more. Sometimes they say it because you're talking to the camera or on the phone. My kids do that. They eat. The pantry, the refrigerator, everything. I keep it stocked for them. I buy snacks. I cook. I clean. Whether it's processed food, whether it's something that I made from scratch, they're getting fed. Now, I honestly feel like I didn't have to come on here and explain so much, but given that a lot of y'all are new and y'all don't know a lot about me, you're a little confused about a few things that y'all saw. So, my kids actually have a private physician, which means that if she's not available, I have to take them to the hospital. And on top of that, you guys, I'm that mom that reacts and I move instantly if I see something wrong, if I see my kids are throwing up, if I see my kids are seizing, if I see my kids bleeding, I move, okay? I don't care what I have on. I don't care if it's 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up and I jump and I take my kids to the ER. So with that said, I guess that brings me to a video that y'all saw of Kaylin in the bed, and people thought she was seizing, and I was laughing at her. First of all, let's backtrack, you guys. I was at school at this time, and Kaylin was with her dad and her cousin and everybody. And her cousin, just like any other kid, they like to pick the little ones up. And I had to tell Kaylin this when she got over and kept trying to pick up Maya. They don't understand their strength. And she picked Kaylin up and she dropped her, and she hit her head and cut it.
I did want to say Kaylin was clearly not having a seizure, and I actually stated in the video, Kaylin, what are you laughing about? And she kept peeking at me like, yeah, I'm laughing at you. They just gave her some medicine to help her. It helps with the pain. Instead of giving them like putting them to sleep, they give them that anesthesia that just helps with pain, but it makes you a little bit of loopy. And Kaylin she thought everything was just so funny, and she kept fake crying. There was more to the video, but I didn't show a lot.
Kaylin, we're going to look back at this. A lot. I showed small clips. I was in school, I was working, and of course, I was a mom. I didn't vlog a lot, and I didn't know too much on the YouTube side and everything. So, Kaylin had to do a lot of stuff. She had to do a lot of sleep studies that were so hard for me. And I know I didn't talk too much on this stuff because those were really sensitive times for me. Whenever I'm trying so hard not to cry, whenever I had to see my daughter go through that, I wanted to take all that and y'all can take it how it is. I'll take full responsibility and I'll accept it and say that it was my fault for allowing her to put her hands in her mouth. It's pretty much what she put in her mouth the most. She'll like touch stuff and put it in her hands in her mouth. She kept her fingers in her mouth because she got it in between her fingers and then on her chin. I'm not going to go in depth on everything because all that is in the...
Oh my God, this is like a 30-minute apology, guys. I'm going to start...
But let's shoot for a B. All you got to do is get one more right. That's it. Just one more right. I went and personally emailed her teacher and said, "Is there any way you can send me from eating to clothes on their back to the roof over their head?" I did the best I can. Fighting through depression, I've came a long way. There's no handbook on how to be a parent or how to be.
There's probably 1,000,005 books on how to be a parent. Guys, I'm going to cut this a little bit. I'm going to scroll through just a little bit more. But at the end of the day, this is a 30-minute apology. The initial videos with the critique, I think were about 15, maybe 18, 19, 20 minutes a piece. So we're talking about roughly 45 minutes to an hour of footage and a 30-minute apology. If you wanted to come to your community to apologize, look, they got me. They got me at times when I was probably at my lowest, when I wasn't happy, when maybe I was a little bit more challenged, maybe I was a newer mom, whatever the case might be. At the end of the day, these were some times that you could have used a little bit more, I don't know, compassion, understanding. I don't know, whatever words you want to use, Jasmine, but 30 minutes to apologize and maybe say, I'm going to do better, or just acknowledging that, you know what, there are some things that maybe I don't need to show, and there are times when maybe I don't need to be live, and there are some things that I really need to start to think about on how I put my family out here and move on from there. But 30 minutes to explain about why clearly the videos touched you in a way that made you stop what you were doing and create content revolving around this video and explaining who you are as a person and as a mother, and explaining situations that have happened with your children. Yeah, it didn't need a 30-minute apology, but girl, you go right on ahead. Because to me, I think the devil's always in the details, and the longer that you talk, the longer that you pretty much are going to have more of an opportunity to put your foot in your mouth and it to not go very well. Because I guarantee you that there are people who are going to go into the depths of this video and watch every single minute of it, of which I am not going to do, because honestly, I'm just not. I'm not interested in it. I think that Jasmine has some opportunities, and there's some place there for her, for any person, but specifically in this situation for Jasmine to show herself in more of a positive light, as she is a mommy channel, and whatever decisions she decides to make personally and convey them across to us through her channel, anything in that direction will be positive and I think very well received. Other than that, me personally, it is not my place to tell you what to do as a woman or as a mother. I think that what I see sometimes is a little bit of overwhelm, a woman who's overwhelmed, sometimes honestly a little lazy, and extremely frustrated. And I think the less that we see of that, the better. But again, girl, I'm not telling you what to do, but just understand that somebody took a lot of time to sit and put these videos together. It's not a good look. And I don't think any mother out here on God's green earth would love to have 3 videos of them made like this. So I get it, and it's unfortunate, and I'm sure that it was quite disturbing to see these videos. But I'm going to scan through just a little bit more, but I would love to hear what she's going to do moving forward to change the optics of herself on her channel. Right now, all I'm hearing is a lot of explaining and a lot of justifying and a lot of I don't know. Is maybe this is an apology? I don't know. This is the way apologies are done now.
Cry and let me and how it can be hurting my kids. I mean, they use that. They use that. I want everyone to like me, so I try and be as positive. I try to be understanding with people. I try to be there for people, and they use my kindness and they flip it around. Maybe I'm just too loyal to a lot of people.
This is not an apology.
tried taking a break from YouTube. I tried taking a fucking break. And when I took a break, somebody just hates me so much and has so much time on their hands to make fucking videos about me. I'm not perfect. I've said shit that I don't mean to say.
Okay, Jasmine, see, that whole demeanor is angry Jasmine. And this is the kind of stuff that gets you in trouble. If I were you, yeah. This is not an apology. This is not an appropriate apology. And again, about your editing, yeah, you should have edited all of this out. This should have been a 5 to 10-minute video. Like, just take a page out of the politician's book. When you see politicians or rap stars or pop stars or anybody who have to kind of come back from doing a oopsie daisy, yeah, when they do that, it's like literally 3 to 5 minutes at the most, and it's done. And then they make some changes or they lay low. This is not an apology at all. This is bad.
When it comes to, I'm gonna whoop your ass, even if I don't fucking whoop my kids. I've said it. They know. I'm not even addressing all the other shit that was on the videos because that shit is so fucking disgusting.
Well, you did it. This is your behavior. And you're doing it now to us.
I cannot keep myself together when I talk about this stuff, especially when they're putting clips together and making it seem like something is that it isn't. How would you feel if someone did this to your mom?
God. My mom was
it could be just a regular
the sweetest woman in the face of the earth.
There
would have been no footage like that.
Just enough with all the negativity.
Oh my
Yesterday
God.
was my first time buying another pair of shoes. I haven't bought me a pair of shoes in years.
But you bought Chris a Fitbit. Girl, you gave him $80 on his birthday. Like, if you didn't buy yourself a pair of shoes, that's because you didn't want a pair of shoes. Okay?
All the sweet things I do for my children, my loving kids, my 4 beautiful kids that I love sincerely. I would do anything. I would jump off a bridge for my kids. If it was for saving their life, I would do it. I would do anything for them. Ooh, I'm trying so hard to keep myself together. I'm just so overwhelmed with stuff. I can't tell you who to believe, what to believe, or how to move. But like I said, there's a lot of positivities out here. Just think about what you say and do before you do. From now on, I'm not going to be so transparent with you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to vlog my life, but there's some people that are really taking this too seriously for being out here.
And I agree with that. There are some people who are way too invested in what you're doing. Oh, God, thank God.
Yeah. What?
Okay, we're going to stop right here. Okay. Okie dokie. Guys, you've seen it here. You may have already watched this. Please go back, watch it on your own if you care to. Okay, thanks for the apology. And I mean, I don't know if you're apologizing to who, to me, to your subscribers, to your kids. Certainly you do not owe me any sort of an apology, period. I wasn't looking for one, and I'm not asking for one. I watched the videos that you put out. If you're apologizing to your community, I think you need to rethink that and do that again, because you were belligerent, and that was not an apology. Girl. guys, look, Jasmine, good luck with that. Apology. I'm just going to say apology video fail. You guys maybe not cool with that. And that's okay, because I'm giving my honest review and reaction on her video. And I think that that was an apology fail. And I think that if someone is trying to apologize, yeah, you could have done a little bit better job on that. That was not a sound apology. That was a pity party and a sorry that I have been called out. And I would definitely concur with the changes that you said that you're going to make in your channel. And I think that that is an excellent idea. And I would start that on tomorrow. And that's it. Only you can change the optics of your channel. And if you want the conversation to be different, then you need to be different, period. And if you're not sure how to do that and you want to have an honest conversation with somebody who I think gives pretty good advice, which would be me, and you know how to reach me, it is lovelieslacefronts@gmail.com. You're welcome to reach out. You are also welcome to send me a DM on Instagram, and honestly would give you some very impartial and positive advice free of charge to move you in the right direction. Now, you do seem like the type of person that's going to say, well, you don't have 50,000 subscribers. What kind of advice can you give me? I have 20 years of experience in human resources, and I feel like I'm pretty good at putting words together to be able to damage control, and also creating plans and strategies around making positive change. And yeah. So guys, if you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you enjoy content like this. And that's it. And I will see you again in the next video, guys. Thank you again for joining me, and I will see you again soon.
By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor.